Oh, hello there. Did you think you were going to hear my voice ever again? Well, here I am, back again on the YouTube. I know I didn't upload for the entire of January, and now I'm back in February to upload again. So the Wycombe board sent me on a holiday and told me that I was on furlough for the next couple of weeks, which I said that's fine. And then they said they were going to find a replacement. They couldn't find a replacement, and then they had to bring me back. So basically, I've just been on an extended winter break, really. In the last episode, which I can safely assume a lot of you have forgotten actually happened, we did draw Sunderland 1-1, a team that were in the top half of the table with us and will be challenging us for promotion this season. And the recent run of form we've had recently in between that episode and this episode, which has taken me a month to create actually, has seen us shoot straight back to the top of the league, and I can't wait for this season to end because I want us to be back in the Championship as soon as possible. Now, following that draw against Sunderland at home, we then took on Ipswich Town away from home. George Moncur scored another fantastic long-range strike as we managed to win by 2-0 and secure all the 3 points. We then followed up with an away trip to Halifax Town, and EK Ugbo continued his great goal-scoring form as he managed to score twice as we won by 3-1 to progress into the next round. We did finish bottom of our Papa John's Trophy group as we managed to lose by 1-0 at home to Southend as I played my second string side. Sean Goss then scored his first goal for the club from the penalty spot as we beat Fleetwood Town by 1-0, and then he followed up with another brilliant strike from 30 yards as we beat Doncaster Rovers away from home by 2-0. Maidenhead took a shock lead with 15 minutes left on the clock in our FA Cup second round tie, but then EK Ugbo scored towards the end of the match to take the game into extra time, where he then scored another goal as we ran out 3-1 winners to send us into the FA Cup third round. And then in our final game of the recap, Sean Raggett gave Portsmouth the lead with this header inside the box in the first half, but then EK Ugbo once again stepped up to the plate and managed to get an equaliser late into the second half and to give us a 1-1 draw and to keep us unbeaten in our recent run of form. Whew, that was a lot to get through. But in this episode, we do take on our first opponents in this series as Rotherham United come to Adams Park, and we're hoping to get 3 points on the board, which will keep us top of the league. Although I did say this was going to happen a couple of episodes ago. Now, following that match against Sunderland, Antef Tsongwe, who is currently my right back / centre back, managed to get injured for 4 weeks, which isn't good news for us. I also then found out that he got a yellow card in that game, which also means that he's got a 1-game ban. So he's out for 4 weeks, and then he can't play in the next match when he comes back from injury. Fantastic. We also managed to get second in goal in the month for October as Alex Patterson's goal against Warsaw saw him named just behind Mikel Miller. Also rewarded Alex Patterson with that effort by dropping him for the most recent games. I do not remember the last time I played him. The win against Ipswich also saw us end their home unbeaten run, which was only 6 games, although they're 18th in the league, so that doesn't really make sense to me. Last name Donker also made an impact for the under-21s for Belgium as he came on for the last 30 minutes when his team were 4-0 down against Portugal. I mean, I didn't check if they scored after he came on, so I'm just going to safely assume that he kept a clean sheet while he was on the pitch for those 13 glorious minutes. Adebayo Akinfenwa has also gone on a coaching course to get his National A licence, and I mean, have you looked at his stats? And I should show him on the screen again. I mean, they are bloody awful. He's going to have to improve a lot more to keep his job here. No. And I don't know why I'm talking as if I'm going to sack him, because clearly he's a meme on the channel now. And once we develop a meme on the channel, he never leaves. I'm still going on about Marvin Sordell about 4 years later. My best friend and assistant manager Wayne Rowledge is also in the press again, said that anything's possible because we're top of the league. I'm hearing rumours that Hollywood are apparently picking up the scripts for our rise from League 1 to the Championship. I mean, could you imagine me as a movie star? I mean, I'm barely a YouTuber, so I don't know why that would happen. I've also noticed that I've been raising the Wycombe fans' expectations because our 2-0 win over Doncaster saw us dominate the game from start to finish, but apparently the fans aren't happy with the possession football that we're playing. I mean, I'm not going back to the long ball shot that was being played under Gareth Ainsworth, because Jermaine Genius once said that possession wins you games even if you lose 4-2 in the FA Cup semi-final. And let's be real for a second, Jermaine Genius is the last bastion of football knowledge in this country. For those who've been craving Alex Samuel news, he finally got man of the match for the first time in a couple of months. I have been playing him on the right wing, and he got 2 assists and 1 goal in our 3-1 win over Maidenhead, which clearly shows his level now. Although Perry on Twitter wasn't best pleased as he said, have we all got off the Samuel bandwagon yet? I mean, we got off that like 15 episodes ago when we were in the Championship. So those 2 wins against non-league sides in the FA Cup first round and second round saw us get drawn away against Hull City in the FA Cup third round. And it's a fantastic tie because Hull City went up last season from League 1 and we got relegated from the Championship, and they're bottom of the Championship and we're top of League 1. So it's clearly a fantastic game to play. Our recent run of form has also seen me get named in 3rd in terms of manager of the month, which is actually very shocking for me because, you know, I'm the best manager in the league, really. He says as he has a team that is too good for League 1 and is not good enough for the Championship. So the board will give me an A+ in terms of my manager review, although I mean, looking at the other grades, they're season B, so I'm not sure how that equates to an A+. But I mean, who's complaining? Now we move into our game against Rotherham at home, and we did play Rotherham in the first episode of this series, and now we play them in, what was it, episode 28? So, you know, the team has changed a lot in between those 2 episodes. So our back 5 is pretty much the same as it has been in recent weeks, with Myzek playing in goal, Clark, McLaughlin, Fish and Ramsey as our back 4. Josh Knight and Alex Patterson will play in midfield, and I know I said that Alex Patterson has been playing in recent weeks, but the rest of my players are injured. Alex Samuel keeps his place on the right wing with E28 who's been in great goal-scoring form for us recently, playing on the left wing. And Ben Knight makes his first appearance on the series as he plays in the number 10 role behind Niall Ennis, who is now back in the team. But he hasn't scored. I mean, what an utter waste of time it was signing him. Well, hello again, Rotherham. Welcome back to the series. And we did play them in the first episode of this series, and we beat them by 2-0, which was the first 3 points on my championship crusade. And I can't wait for us to, get the 3 points again as we go for our crusade back to the championship. Honestly, we are so far down the series now, and we still haven't improved. Another Rotherham.
Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought?
Not me.
But this is a big game for us because a defeat here means that we may actually lose top spot, and a win here may see us extend our lead at the top of the table. So I can't wait to see what is going to occur in this match. And also, it's been a while since I showed you my managerial skills, so I might be a little bit rusty. 1 month off and I'm still giving the excuses out. A 1-2 between Ogbo and Patterson saw the latter play in Niall Ennis over the top, and then he fired the ball at the keeper. I mean, the keeper probably pulled off a good save, but Niall Ennis still isn't scoring for me, and it's getting on my actual nerves. I've been getting tagged in a lot of things to do with Niall Ennis on Twitter, like recently, especially in the last month. He is shit. Alright, let's not dispute the fact that I didn't actually play him recently, so he's not actually in match form. But then EK Ogbo and Trevor Clark played a 1-2, and Trevor Clark put a great ball into the box for Alex Samuel at the back post to head it in and to give us a 1-0 lead. I mean, at least one of my strikers is scoring, and we can always rely on Alex Samuel to pull us out of the shithole that we found ourselves in. Niall Ennis then got another chance as he managed to exploit the Rotherham defence not being able to deal with a bouncing ball, but then he fired it at the keeper again. I mean, it might be the greatest miracle in human history if Niall Ennis is to ever score again for me this season. Trevor Clark then played a lovely ball over the top of the Rotherham defence, but then it found Niall Ennis, who volleyed it in, but he was called offside. As I've said many a time already so far, he's never going to score again for me. You can type in the comments, oh, proudly, give him a chance, he's the best player in League One, and he's going to be your best striker ever, but he isn't. All that slander I gave to Alex Samuel earlier in the series, I mean, it's coming back to bite me now. And talking of Alex Samuel, he did manage to exploit the Rotherham United defence giving away the ball, but he fired wide from a tight angle. And that was half time, and it was a pretty decent result for us so far. We're winning 1-0. Rotherham haven't even had a highlight so far, and we've had every chance, and Niall Ennis still isn't scoring. How many more times do I have to mention that, by the way? But I may have to mention it a couple more times as Ben Knight then played the ball through for Ennis to fire at the keeper again. Niall Ennis does realise the warm-up ended an hour ago. We made a couple of changes later on in the game, and one of those substitutes, Marcus Brown, was played in by Alex Samuel, but then he fired it at the keeper, and it was forced out for a corner, and that was the end of the game. I know, what a way to return to YouTube. A 1-0 win over Rotherham. We really are stinking out this league, aren't we? Oh, nice to see the fans on social media split as usual again. I mean, to be fair, I was going to say, is there any way of pleasing them, but then I've realised I'm in charge, and I can't please anyone in this life.
City of lights, city of dreams, city of sirens, city of kings. You can feel the life flow through these streets. This is where the great ones stop.